Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
How are we all? And we are joined by a very special guest. Hello, Mark.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I thought you were talking about me.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Claire.
No, you live here, Claire.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to say, how is the jet lag? Have you both recovered from your amazing trip?
Yeah.
Morgan
Slept through.
didn't really change body clock very much, did you?
Well, you say that. I did oversleep a little for one lecture, but
Straight back into it.
Yeah.
Morgan's a
Always
teenager, though.
not for
Only
long.
only for like 2 more months.
Can't use that excuse often.
You're still young. I can remember those days.
What bounce back quickly when
Yep.
you get back from Florida?
Yeah.
It takes a few days to recover now, doesn't it, Claire?
About a
It
week.
does. Yeah. I'm all right. I'm okay now. I'm fine. I'm back to normal. Ready to do it all again.
Yeah, it's not long for you now, is it?
2
Okay.
weeks.
You've
Yeah.
left your bag packed.
I just washed everything and put it straight back in. Although the weather doesn't look quite as nice, so
Well, you
just
never
keeping
know.
an eye on that.
Peace and Jell are out there now, so I'm surprised it's not cold. But,
Oh, it'll be warm. Well, maybe they can let it go cold for the next week and then it can warm up again.
or they bring cold back with them. I know it's not there yet, but I don't know.
Maybe.
As long
Maybe.
as that gets rid of the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
the bit. I don't rain. I don't mind the rain.
Awful
It-
rain
it-
today.
Yeah, it can rain in Florida as long as it's at 3 p.m. for like 10 minutes, like it usually does, or overnight, so you don't notice it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
There's just something about Florida weather that, I don't know, it's weird going at Christmas.
No matter the weather in Florida, it's always great.
And it always smells the same. Like
Yes.
smells like damp Florida air.
So much so that we've
It's
got it
quite
in a
nice,
wax
though.
melt.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to reassure
Florida
everyone.
rainstorm, max melt. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like we should make everyone feel a bit less nervous. We are not going to be talking about Florida weather for the next hour.
No,
That's not true.
How British would that be, talking about the weather?
yeah.
We're not going to.
Let's talk about something
that.
entirely more
Well,
interesting.
Yes.
What do we
what
have
we
coming
got?
up tonight? Well,
What are we doing tonight? Dear?
it's something, it's a topic that we brought up not that long ago that we've been wanting to do, so...
You know, when you first started playing that, I suddenly thought, are we talking about transport?
I know.
What, the
Ben's got
Spider
a lot of
and
graphics
monorail.
today.
I know. And I think I'm
Had
going
a blip for a
to
minute.
keep that one. It's like, but I just realised we've got it above our heads. It says lounging around Walt Disney World. We've already told people what we're going to be talking about.
Oh,
That's all right. We can tell them again. It's fine.
we also told them on the graphics.
That is true.
Yeah.
We
That's
don't
fine.
keep surprises.
But yeah, we're going to talk about lounges at Walt Disney World, and we did do a poll on the Facebook arms, not arm,
The Facebook arms.
just one, the Waffler's arms,
Singular.
just the singular arm.
The virtual lounge.
It's all going meta. It's Facebook.
This is it.
That's a good pun then.
We did. We did do. I did stick a poll up on. I think was it on Monday? It was
Yeah.
very last minute. Apologies. But we have like a top 5 to start with that people
Yeah.
voted for us to talk about. So
And I think if we leave the poll open, I know that there was
yeah,
a lot
we
of
can take
options
a few
on
away.
that.
We can take away the ones that we talk about tonight.
Yeah.
And people can vote for some more. So this is part 1. That's the important thing to say. Is with the lounges. This is part 1 because we love them so much.
Yeah.
Part 2 will be in a few weeks' time.
Mostly because there are so many of them.
I just want to say, Karen, you're right. I do need coffee. It's been one of those days. It's
We're
just,
talking lounges. He needs a beverage.
alcohol.
that is true. Unfortunately,
It's nice
To be
for
fair,
some.
that is
isn't it?
lemonade.
there's not much left in there.
What are you drinking, Morgan?
I'm drinking.
blue.
Funny enough, I'm drinking Gatorade.
Gatorade.
It's Smurf juice.
Smurf juice, that's what we call it.
Jeez.
That's what we call it in our house. My brother coined it that about 20 years ago. It's
I love
the,
that.
the juice of a
On
Smurf.
topic. Since I can't have alcohol in America, I've gone for the next best thing.
And I'm on topic.
You're on topic.
You're prepared, Claire.
Nice glass as well.
Yeah, it's a little Mickey glass with no ducks in it, but you know.
And so it just means you haven't had one, finished one yet, though, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
the ducks go in when you're in your next drink. Everyone's saying hello to you, Morgan. I'm just seeing in the chat we've got Karen and
Hello all.
All saying hello again.
Hi friends.
We're regular.
I'm back.
We're gonna have to start paying him a salary. He's not just like a cameo anymore. He's like
Can we start paying ourselves a salary first?
Who's in charge of the salary?
You've done this for 3 years now.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
Yep.
So where should we start? Lounge wise.
Should we go in the park or out of the park?
Well, what one got top in the poll, or which one out of our 5 was the least voted for?
We'll go 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
Okay, now I've got to find the poll.
I know you have.
Okay. I think baseline would be top.
Then Jocks, then Nomads, then
And I think
Ogres.
And then it's Three Bridges.
Three Bridges was at the bottom.
Three Bridges. So
That's,
let's go with baseline first. Let's start the most.
That's the baseline.
Yep.
Start the baseline.
Most popular.
Yes. You invited him.
That's what I do. I have found something new with this software, Claire, that you'll be very happy with. I found the sound effects.
Don't.
Oh no! I'm going to start calling you Ponto with all those sound effects. That's Carlos playing with it. Baseline Tap House, replacement for the sadly missed Writer's Stop.
Yep.
We were there a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and I have to say I didn't notice the first time I went into Baseline, but if you go in there and you look at other displays inside, they've got all the stuff from the Writer's Stop up on the shelves, which is really cool. So the writing, like the Writer's Stop name from outside the building, that's all up on the shelves, split up, and some books, and there's some coffee and various things. So they have still paid homage to Writer's Stop in there,
cool.
which is quite cool.
It's not what you normally look for, but it's nice Easter egg.
Yeah. So if people didn't know that was the Writer's Stop, they would probably miss it.
And also, some new people that go to Disney don't even know what the Writer's Stop is. So, I know.
I missed out.
There's just something...
John, where's John?
Yeah.
Start ranting about it, John.
I think we all do miss what the Writer's Stop was. But
Absolutely.
But it's nice that they pay homage to it, and that you can now buy more than coffee there.
No, I would have been happier with the coffee.
Yeah, but there's something that always drags me to Baseline, and it's the pretzel.
Benefit, as it's called.
And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've named.
Pretzel.
I haven't got
cheese
any. You
sauce
two
is
share.
amazing.
Claire gets the table.
I get the table. You two get to share them.
I think Morgan's sharing the pretzel with us.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't share pretzels.
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like Joey doesn't share food, Morgan doesn't share pretzels.
I've got that on a t-shirt somewhere.
I know. A recent convert to the pretzel world, aren't you, Morgan?
I am. I didn't like them to begin with because I don't like the sort of the biscuity ones, sort of the hard ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was the first pretzel I had at Baseline, and I'm now addicted to the point where I went to Sainsbury's earlier and they didn't have them, and I was really sad.
Yep.
He was annoyed that they didn't have any.
Breaded pretzels are so much better than the crunchy ones.
Yeah.
Unless the crunchy ones
unless
are the
they're
sour cream ones that you
on-
buy and get on the plane.
Oh, I quite like those.
Oh,
Yeah, I like those
They're
ones.
really nice.
I like all pretzels, to be honest with you.
We liked them so much that we took a whole bag because we knew Virgin had changed the flavour and the brand of pretzel on the plane. So we
So
took
you took
a whole...
your own pretzels on the plane.
Yes.
And we'll do it again next
We're
time.
going to do it again on our next trip next month. So
Well, you see, now I feel I have to take extra pretzels.
The thing is, you do have to eat them all
compare
before you
pretzels from
land
airlines.
as well.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pretzel comparison show.
Oh, yeah, maybe we should do
Ooh.
like a...
cream cheese filled pretzel in Magic Kingdom.
Ooh,
Haven't had that.
Oh,
haven't had that one.
I'm trying to think. No,
I
We
will
haven't
need to
had
try
that
that.
one.
No, we've had the
Butch,
regular.
where did you get that from? Which location in the Magic Kingdom does that
Reside.
live?
Not
We've had-
still by Tomorrowland.
I think it is. It might be in
Yeah.
is it the
Maybe.
launching pad, the bit in the middle underneath the
Astro
people mover,
Orbiter.
Yeah.
maybe.
By.
I know they do have pretzels there because I've had one from there. But anyway, this is not about lounges. This is
We
about
could be a
pretzels.
pretzel.
We've digressed already.
British Mickey pretzel.
Just want to say hello to John.
Hi, John.
Thank you for joining us
Yay.
last week for the chaos that was our live show from Port Orleans.
It was chaos.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos. Yes. But it was great that you were there, John. Thank you. And there we are. Jock Lindsay's pretzel is better than Baseline.
We'll get to that in a
gonna have to go and
minute.
check.
Yep.
That's it. The challenge has been
Taste test
extended.
needs to.
That's what these lounging shows are going to be about. Planning our next two trips.
Next trip,
Next
yeah,
few
right.
trips.
This
It's
is
like,
it.
okay, where are we going to eat next time? Because
Should
we
I
need
go
to admit
towards now?
something before we talk about lounges. How many lounges have we been in Walt Disney World? 1?
5.
Have we?
4.
Okay, a couple
4
of
or
years when
5.
we started the podcast,
Well, put it this
we'd
way:
never been in a lounge.
We've been on all of the ones that we're talking about tonight. Yes,
Oh,
so
yeah.
5.
Okay, so we have.
We didn't work this brilliantly,
No.
did we?
Well,
We haven't
So-
ranked the top 5.
Not at all.
I'm trying to keep us on track and I'm not succeeding very well. So Baseline do a really good selection of beers and ales. I can't
They
remember
do.
the one that I had an IPA of some kind. And they do
They're all Californian based, if I remember.
Are they?
I think so. The
didn't know
majority
that.
of them are. A lot of them are San Diego, Los Angeles, front
Okay.
bag, and I only know
didn't
this
know
'cause
that.
I've got the menu up in front of me.
I like how
right.
the names are positioned because that was Malt's drink is
It's
the one
non-alcoholic.
alcoholic one.
well there we are.
Yeah, that's about right.
The misery of being under 21.
The only thing
Yeah.
I will say about it is that it is a little bit expensive. We had 2 drinks and a pretzel, one of which was a non-alcoholic drink, and it was $30.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think it is any more expensive than any of the other locations
No.
now. It may have been before, but I think everywhere is just as expensive. And I think we're going to talk about other places that are more expensive tonight than Baseline.
Yeah, that's true.
Very possibly.
It,
It's
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
park
You
as
are.
well. And
It
because
is
it's
in
in a
park.
park, it can be that little bit more expensive, which you're expecting compared to
Yeah.
other places. And there are carts in Hollywood Studios that do pretzels. So when you think they're probably $8 or $10. So when you think it's a little bit more than that, it's when you get a lot more
Yeah.
pretzel.
You're paying for the novelty of the restaurant as well because the little carts are just like $6 for a pretzel
Yeah,
and you just walk around with them.
yeah.
whereas here you can sit down on a burning hot seat in the
Yes.
sunshine.
Outside in
Well,
the
it's not
burning
the burning
hot
bench.
sun. But you can sit and while away a lot of time. They're just people watching.
Yeah,
It's-
it's a good location for people watching.
It's
on
still a
that
good
corner.
spot for a nice quiet sit down in the park, in the middle of a busy park. Like it
Yeah, it
was when it
does-
was the right to stop. But you can still have that moment of peace. I think so.
Listening to the orchestral rearrangements of the music from down
Yeah.
the street as well.
Yeah, yeah, and it's it's a good it's actually quite a good meeting place if you are catching up with people. So if you're going to go where people are sort of branching off and doing different things, it's quite a good location. It's sort of I was going to say central. It's not really central, but it
No,
is
it's
convenient in terms of
especially if you're going to go to Galaxy's Edge or
Yeah.
whether it's
Muppets or-
Muppets, that sort of.
I would
Yeah.
definitely rather go to Baseline and have a beer and a pretzel than go anywhere near Pizza Rizzo,
Yes,
Yes.
which
I've
is
seen-
just there as well.
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
We don't talk about Pizza Rizzo.
No.
Yeah.
Went there when it was Pizza Planet, and I've never gone back.
Yeah,
It's
Karen.
toffee pizzas.
Baseline is where Writer's Stop used to be, so it's on the corner just by
It's
the
opposite
Muppets.
Star
It's
Tours.
just opposite the
Yeah.
Muppet
If you
Tours.
go left at the main hub, sort
Yeah,
of behind
you
Yeah.
get onto
frozen.
the Chinese Theatre, turn left and walk down past the ABC commissary, and it's just there on the end
Yeah.
on the right hand side after Sci-Fi Dining.
Before you get
Um,
to Galaxy's Edge on the right.
No, it's small inside. It's not a big place, so there's not a lot of seating inside. There's a few seats around a bar. and then there's seating outside, which is covered over with umbrellas and stuff. So if it was raining, you'd be okay. It's good. It's a good location.
Yeah.
And a useful place to stop.
John's right. It's a wonderful
I
place
agree
to
with
watch
you,
the world
John.
pass you by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But the beer is good. They have the charcuterie plate. I think looks a little disappointing.
Yeah.
It's
It seems like they've forgotten to put something on it. Like
It's like that's
the rest
half
of
of
the
it.
food.
I'm not sure I'd pay $12.50 for it, if I'm honest.
No, I
Is it
wouldn't.
$12.50?
It's £12.50.
Yeah.
dollars.
$12.50.
$12.50.
What do you get? So you get 4 pieces of bread. And what was it? Maybe 5 small croutons, a couple of pieces of cheese, a couple of
And about 8
pickles.
pieces of sausage.
And the bunch
There's a big lump of mustard in the middle somewhere,
Oh yeah.
and a little ball of grapes.
Oh.
So yeah, it's not. I don't think it's great value,
No.
but it's an option.
It's a place that I think it's probably. I wouldn't say. Would you say it's a once trip sort of thing
Yeah,
to do?
definitely. For us, it is definitely. We always go there.
I think maybe it's
Because we
one,
tend
one
to-
of
Yeah,
those things. It's with not that many food options in Hollywood Studios. We've mentioned this quite a few times before.
Yeah.
Not many decent
It's-
food options in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Studios.
sometimes you focus on going to other places. So if you book somewhere else for dinner, it's a nice way to sort of break up the day.
And actually, when we were there a couple of weeks ago, we went there after riding Rise of the Resistance, and that it was like
Yeah.
Morgan needed
It was
someone
after,
to sit
yeah,
down
it was
and
after my
process.
first sort of, yeah.
There was
I
sort of
sort of
walked around to there in
categorised, I've not
silence
seen any
and
of
sat
it.
down.
Yeah.
And I just sort of, and it's sort of a de-stress, just like, oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good,
That just
that's a good
happened.
place to do it.
yeah.
So where was next on the list, Ben?
Okay.
Was it Nomad was next, was it? Or was it
think
Jocks?
I think it was. We've had baseline.
no.
Nomad's 12
Oh.
and Jock. Oh, we've got a tie.
Ooh,
Let's go Jocks
Jane
next.
second.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
as John's told us, the pretzel at Jocks
Is better than the one at baseline.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I've not tried it,
no.
so I can't vouch
Is it
for that
the,
myself.
the loaded pretzel?
Well, also
It must be.
$22 pretzel.
Wow,
it's
that is
huge,
a lot of money for a pretzel.
but also
But it's
Yeah.
got prosciutto, sliced brats, artisan pepperoni, smoked cheddar, black diamond cheddar, pickles, spicy mustard, and beer cheese fondue.
there's something about that beer cheese sauce that is just incredible.
I mean, it sounds nice. I'm still not sure I'd pay $22 for it, if I'm honest.
No,
No.
it's
But
Although I have just noticed that they have Club Obi-Wan chicken wings on the menu.
I have seen that as well.
see. Doesn't Jocks? It's currently they're in their
They're in their Christmas
Christmas
things. They're
sort of. They're getting ready for the holiday.
And I know they have some specialty items around Christmas.
That's the one, John. Oh, we have lost
We've
Claire.
lost Claire.
Oh,
That's fine. I'm
So-
sure she'll come
Mum's
back.
gone.
Yeah. There we go. So, yeah, John just said
I've
happy hour
replaced her.
pretzel $8.
Ah,
that was your plan all
yeah,
along.
pretzel. Hey,
But
nice
yeah,
guys,
Happy
Zach
Hour
Brown.
pretzel. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
ring,
go.
ring. Doorbell's going.
I
Oh,
think Claire's
Zach.
back.
Hello, Zach. Oh, there's Mum.
You alright, Claire?
I'm in the middle now.
no idea what happened. My computer just went no and stopped.
It was-
There we are. I'm back.
It was the
as
shock
soon as
of the
Zach
$22 pretzel.
as soon as Zach turned up, you froze.
Oh, is Zach here?
Yeah,
Zach's here.
Zach's
Zach's
turned
here.
up.
Oh. Hi, Zach.
So yeah, we were just talking about Jock Lindsay's.
Yes.
It's a cool place.
Hmm?
Yeah. We've been there not for food.
Sitting out on the.
Yeah. Sitting out.
Did you sit outside? Because
We
that,
did.
that sort of terrace bit outside overlooking the water is a really
Yeah.
nice place to
It's
sit.
lovely.
Yeah, Zach, you knew we were talking about Jock
Um,
Lindsay's.
I've not
Chops
been.
was the place
I wanna go.
with the. You have been, Morgan, but it was a long time ago. We went with
Have
Nikki
I?
and Simon. Yeah, you have,
When?
but you won't. I don't know if you'll remember. I think it was the first time that Nick and Simon came down and met us there. We definitely went there for a beer. before we went to the boathouse.
Well, I wouldn't remember then, would I?
Well, you were there, but
Well,
is Jock Lindsay's the place that had that ridiculous drink with the bacon?
Yes.
They had like
And was it the bacon and the chocolate?
the chocolate bacon.
Yeah.
Zach, is that Jock's? You had chocolate bacon,
That was that sort of Temple of Doom.
that sounds
and then
awful.
that drink, like the smoking drink thing.
Yes.
Is that the right place? I'm sure that there's a diver's bell. So you sit inside the diver's bell.
Yeah.
So I think that was at
Oh.
Jock's.
Ironically, that's rung a bell for me.
Well, it's actually in this very weekend. But I think Jock's is quite good again in terms of beer options. There's an awful lot of different beers. And inside, it's very cool if you're an Indiana Jones fan. There's a lot of stuff inside.
There's a lot.
Yes, it's the one with the chocolate bacon. I don't know if they're still doing that. Not sure what that's like.
Doesn't look like
The
it.
slider looks incredible.
It does.
Oh.
Is that what is that? Is that the venison slider?
Venison
did I say?
slider. Yeah.
It wouldn't be something you eat anyway, Mum. Even
No,
if you did
it
eat me.
wouldn't.
They have got some holiday offerings, but I don't know what they are off the top of my head.
Because they're not on
Because
the.
they're not on the menu. Or if they are, I can't
It's not
tell
on the
the
additional.
difference.
Yeah. Not on Disney's website.
John Southsane's Grandma's Revenge sliders are good like last year. Are they part of the Christmas offering? Sounds like
It's
they
an interesting name.
It is.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, yeah, I don't know. But it's in good location as well in terms of being on that corner in Disney Springs, so right next to the boathouse, and there's that outside area in between. You get a really nice view over the lake and the boats going in and over to Saratoga, and you get to see lots going
Does
on.
it face the amphicars?
It's on the other side,
Yes.
so like you've got
So you'll be able-
boathouses
you'll be able to
and
see the
cars, and
launch.
you've got like that sort of. There's almost like an entertainment area, and then it's on the other side of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you get a
Yes.
really good view of sunset over the west side from that location as well.
oh, cool.
There's an awful lot of food.
It does
There,
have a very big food menu.
Sliders,
Does it?
pretzels,
It does.
chicken wings.
It's a huge menu.
Flank steak
Tacos.
flatbreads, margarita flatbread. Yeah. It's a lot more than
Yeah,
what I
that's-
thought there would be.
That's definitely increased because it didn't used to have as much food. I don't think because I remember didn't Jason and Zach go and do a show there, and they sat outside. There was some bird that kept joining them as well.
Yes. And I was like,
That's the right sitting in a boat
Yeah.
outside.
yeah.
I don't remember there being that much food.
I thought
'Cause
they
they
ordered
didn't-
quite a lot because there was like a 2-hour show.
That's just
But that's normal. But
That's just talking.
yeah. So the queso that looks good, and the loaded pretzel also.
Actually,
sounds quite good.
I think you're right. I think it has increased over the years because I don't remember there being that much food on it.
but I'm wondering also
although we
how-
didn't have any.
whether a lot of the stuff replaces the holiday stuff replaces stuff on the menu, or whether it's additional.
Maybe so. Maybe so. But I think it's a really, really fun place to go. It looks fairly inconspicuous from the outside.
Yeah.
But when you go in,
It's huge inside.
it's much bigger than you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then you've got
It's
the
a
outdoor
TARDIS.
decking area as well. It is like a TARDIS.
But when we went there,
Yes.
we were meeting friends there, and it was like, okay, they said we're here. And it was like, okay, where are you? Are you
Find
inside?
them
And it was
inside.
just it took us about 20 minutes to try and find them, just because it can be quite busy in there, but it was really good. But I didn't realise that they do a happy hour.
No, I didn't either. When's happy hour? Anyone know?
When I'm there.
That's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
That sounds $8 happy hour.
Okay. I'm gonna have to pencil that in.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to think when I can fit that in there.
I'm not sure they'll do happy hour a week over Christmas though.
Well,
No, I might have to wait
They
till June
might.
for that one.
Yeah. If not, we'll spend the whole week. If they do, we'll spend the whole week in Jock Lindsay's.
yeah, definitely.
Skip the park. It's too busy. Let's go to the hangar bar.
Yeah. Okay. Next, where are we? Nomad.
Nomad is where
Yeah.
we're going now.
So, inside Animal Kingdom,
We've not been to
Tree
this
of
one.
Life, hang a left towards Pandora,
Yeah.
and it is the lounge attached to
Tiffins.
Tiffins.
Yep.
Just before you go over the bridge.
That's right. And and this is probably one of my favourite lounges on property.
You've never mentioned it before, Claire.
Have I not mentioned it?
No.
No.
You don't drag us there every trip.
Yeah.
Drag you, kicking and screaming.
It's, I say, it's
Yeah.
still one we haven't done, but we haven't done a lot of them. But it is one that's on the list of places
So
to
one of
go
the things
to at some point.
One of the things about Nomad is that apparently you can actually order from the Tiffin's menu if you're sitting in Nomad.
Oh.
Yes, I've heard that.
We've been to Tiffin's and I didn't really rate it.
Oh,
We didn't
okay.
have a great
Have we?
meal. So it's not something that I would do.
Yeah.
But if that was your bag and you like Tiffin's, then that might be an alternative option. We went to Nomad when we were in Animal Kingdom recently, and we did a walk up. I think we waited about 25 minutes for a table,
Oh, that's not bad.
Something like that.
which was fine. We got a
Sent you a
table
text.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, sent me a text. They got a table outside. One of the really, because they've got these about 6 or 8 tables outside, which have got like corner sofas around them, like a U-shaped sofa around them that look out over the sort of the foliage area, which is the water
the
that
river.
runs. The river that runs between Discovery Island and Pandora. So if you were to walk down the Pandora to Africa walkway and turn back and look towards Tree of Life, you'll see Nomad tucked in amongst the foliage. It's really well disguised. But when you're sitting outside and you're just looking at the trees and the bushes and stuff, it really doesn't feel like you're in a theme park at all. It's so peaceful. It's so quiet. Apart from when
Yeah, until you get the characters coming down the river.
coming down on the barges,
Yep.
and everyone jumps up and screams.
You get
and shouts.
Pocahontas on the river and the
With
drummers.
Nico waving at you as you're having a drink.
Yeah.
Nice and peaceful.
But the outside area particularly is really calm and peaceful and lovely to sit at.
We've been past it so many times, but never ventured in.
No. And I don't know why we've never ventured in.
It's probably because we've eaten in Pandora
Yeah, or Flame Tree.
or Flame Tree, and
Yeah.
that's, or we're going out of the park to eat somewhere else. It's just never fit into the plan. But
I think the inside of Nomad is quite interesting as well. There's lots of interesting. I suppose if you take the theme of Tiffin's and Expedition and you carry that through to Nomad, it's a similar theme. And they share restrooms and stuff like that. So it is just like it's like someone's put a little lean-to on the side of
Yeah.
Tiffin's.
I think they go for a lot of lounges that share the kitchens with other restaurants.
Yeah.
Because it's quite good because a lot of them will share certain parts of the menu.
That's it. And so this time we had some drinks and we actually tried the bread service.
Okay.
Yes.
So they do a Nomad Lounge bread service. Now, don't get excited.
It's not
It's
so
nowhere near the bread service that we all talk about. It's not anything like the
I'm
one
one of
at-
the few people in the world that don't like that bread service, so...
What? What?
You had to bring that up.
I know I did, but...
Which one's this? Sorry.
Sanaa.
Can you
The
clarify?
bread service at Sanaa.
I like.
How can you not like it?
It was very underwhelming.
I enjoyed it. It was just more bread for me.
Goodness. Are you genuinely, I think, are the first person I've ever met who said
I
they didn't
know.
like it.
I felt it was very underwhelming. Maybe it's because we took it back to the room.
Did you have COVID at the
Oh,
time? Is that
okay.
like
No.
you were missing your taste?
So by the time you ate it, it was probably,
getting cold,
and you'd
yeah.
forgotten which dips were which. You need to go back and
They
do it
didn't
again.
tell us
we
which
didn't tell, and it
dips were
wasn't
which.
written. It was a lucky dip.
Oh,
It was like we
yes.
didn't know what.
Oh, no, you've done it all wrong. Go back and
I
do it
know.
again properly.
Sounds like you need to retry.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we should do it actually. We
That's
should
not
go.
the right way to do the bread service.
We should go to Sanaa and do it.
Do Sanaa Lounge.
Live stream.
Do Sanaa Lounge.
Waffle Wednesday.
Sanaa Lounge next
Bread
June.
service special.
Go and sit in the lounge
Yeah.
at Sanaa and have a bread service. That's the right way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you go.
see,
You're the
John
only
agrees
person.
with me. I think let's reserve judgment. Becca says she's not sure she likes it, but she hasn't done it properly. Let's leave it like that. So the Tiffin's bread service that you get, I think, is one of their appetizers, and it is a small plate. It isn't massive. You get like 2 or 3 pieces of naan bread. You get some papadum,
Cheese bread.
and then you get you get some Brazilian cheese bread, which is a bit strange, and then a lump of some other bread, which is a bit like cornbread. We shared it between 4 of us, and it really wasn't quite enough to.
Okay.
I mean, it was just a snack. We hadn't had lunch, so it was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and or 3:00 because we said 3:00 beers definitely. And it was fine. There wasn't a huge amount though, and we could definitely have done 2. Did we get something else as well? I'm trying to remember. Or did we just get the bread service? I think we only got.
Did
I'm just looking at it. I think
and it
we
comes
just-
with sauces, but I don't think we've got anything else.
we just got the bread service. It comes with a guava sauce and a ginger pear chutney.
It's not a bad price of $14.
Between 2,
Yeah.
it would be a nice.
Yeah.
It would be a small lunch or a nice snack.
Okay.
If you're having it on your own, it'd be fine for lunch. The drinks at Nomad are excellent.
Yeah.
They're really good. And I think that the other thing to say is the kids' food at Nomad is quite good. They've got quite a lot of.
Just looking, they have loads of
Yeah.
selection on the kids' menu.
Yeah, so they do.
They have more kids'
some,
choice than they do adults.
Yeah, they do some skewers and various things, and the kids' menu is actually really good. And the food, as I say, the food comes out of the Simmons kitchen. Now, the drink options, I believe that the Lamu libation is what Dan had.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, wasn't it, Morgan? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Although
I
think it's
had.
called Llama
What did I
Libation.
have? What did
You
I
had
had? I had a Boto Rita,
Yes.
which is the grapefruit liqueur and lime margarita. Anna, who unfortunately isn't here tonight because she's got a power cut, missing you, Anna, and should have been with us. Lamu libation is her drink of preference. I've also had the Annapurna Zing there, which is great, although it has big, if I remember correctly, it's got big peppercorns in it.
Okay.
Which is one of them. Oh no, maybe that's not the one of them's got peppercorns that you have to sort of like sieve with your teeth. It's a bit strange. Otherwise, you get a mouthful of peppercorn while you're drinking.
There's a good vote for
the
the
drink-
churros there as well.
The drinks are creative. They're not necessarily what you would expect.
They look
So if you're looking
very
for
different.
something slightly out of the ordinary, the cocktails are really good. They do the Kungaloosh beer. I've had that before and hated it.
Yeah.
I don't think that the cocktails at $14 to $16.50 are that expensive.
No,
When you look at the
not-
cost of a
not that
cocktail
attainable.
in some of the other lounges in the hotels,
Yeah.
they are more than that.
Yeah.
So if
that's
you're
true.
thinking this is in park, in a nice location, it's a definite relaxation for 45 minutes to an hour, if not longer. Quite honestly, if you get one of those sofa seats outside, you might never want to move again. So no, you go and do Flight of Passage. I'll wait here for you.
ordering another drink.
Yeah, exactly. It is a little oasis of calm around there, and it's because it's quite secluded as you walk around the corner. It's a circular building, so as you walk round the edge of it, you lose sight of the rest of Animal Kingdom, which is quite nice.
I think if you didn't have the boats with the characters on it, you wouldn't be able to remember that you were in Animal Kingdom without actually sort of prompt.
It's quiet round there, isn't it? It's no other than those
Yeah.
launches going down now and again.
Yeah.
It's just so peaceful.
See,
And
that's
actually,
what
the cast members there are very nice. They're friendly
great.
and they're talkative. They're really
Helpful.
pleasant, actually.
Yeah,
See, that's what the boats are there for. They're to help remind you that you're in a park
to wake you up as you
Wake-
doze
and you're
in the
supposed to
afternoon.
be going to
every half
spend
an
money
hour.
in the shops.
Well, at the
rather
minute, it'll be
than-
Santa going past on
It
the
would
boat.
be.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, in Animal
Jungle
Kingdom?
Santa.
Yeah. Santa.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
You have to check this out, Mum.
No.
Yep. He was there last year, and I know it was announced on one of the websites a couple of days ago. So you'll have to check it out next time you.
Well, when I'm next in Nomad.
Yep.
Such
I'll
a
have
short
to go-
way to go.
What I'll do is I will go and I will have a drink just so I can check out Santa on his launch as he goes
Of
past
course.
to see if I can
That's the
hear
only
him.
reason.
Yeah.
Just for you, to
There
take
we
one for
go.
the team.
you want to say hi to Wendy? Sorry, Facebook has kicked you out, but at least you come
What?
over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Facebook is a pain sometimes.
Oh,
isn't
it is.
Isn't it always?
Isn't it?
It's not the worst out there at the moment.
Is there other platforms that
Other
are
social media that
less
could be-
accommodating? So, but yeah, Nomad is a big win for us. We've been there, I think, on every single trip.
It's never yet made our list even before planning, I don't think.
It has a couple of times, not the final list, but the we wouldn't mind doing that at some point list.
I think we need to spend a lot more time going around lounges.
We do. We've said that a couple of times.
Just a lounging trip.
Yeah, just go and lounge.
Park
That's it.
hop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spend an
Yeah.
hour in each lounge.
Lounge hop.
Lounge hop.
Lounge hop, yeah. Where was next on the list?
Okay. It was tied with, was it Ogres?
Ogres and Three Bridges. It was
Claire's
tiny.
Okay, let's go
favourite.
Ogres.
I think I have a little video of some stuff from Ogres, so let's have a look, see what I've got. So Claire, Morg, did you try Ogres on your last trip?
We did.
I feel like the two of you are going to have very different opinions about
Yeah.
this.
I think we've got a similar opinion,
Okay.
but I think I'm a bit more appreciative. So there are, as is with the Mos Eisley Cantina in the films, there are the booths around the side of the cantina itself, and then there are standing sort of, I suppose, tables that you stand at to have your drinks in the middle, where and if you're in a party of 4 like we are, usually that's where you're put, and you're sort of put there, and you're served. So you don't get the booth experience, and it's sort of just a bit from like, let's go in there and relax. It's not really.
Yeah,
It's definitely not a
relaxing, so you're not sat
relaxing
down.
lounge.
No.
Definitely not.
No,
See, we got stationed
I think-
at the bar, which might
Yeah,
have
we
been
ended up
slightly
we
at the
did as
bar.
well.
yeah.
And we were at
I
the
think-
worst possible place in the bar.
See, we were in the
So-
centre,
Yeah.
so where
Yeah,
we
that would have
were.
no,
been
not in the
good.
centre, towards the right,
we
weren't
were,
we?
yeah, towards bar
So
in the
we were
corner.
No, we
as
were-
far round the bar as you could possibly go.
No.
Before
All the way to the
going
left.
all the way
Into
to the
the
very
cast
end
member
on the
only.
left hand side, right by where the cast members come in and out of the servery.
Oh,
Yeah,
So we
but
could
they
see
did have some fun bits.
very little of what was going on from sort of like the middle of the place round. I was frustrated by where we'd been stood, and you don't get a choice. That's the other thing, is you
Yeah.
can't.
No.
So you
You can't
you have to
request.
book an ADR, which is time limited. You get 45 minutes. Told 45
Yeah.
minutes. That's it.
Kick you out after that.
Yeah, after that you're gone, out, thrown
Yeah.
out. And I expected to be able to walk in and find somewhere to stand, but no, we were told you're going to be stood at the bar, and then we were taken to our place at the bar, and we weren't really able to move from there. It didn't feel like we were really able to walk round. That might have been me, but
I think part of that is because it's still got the novelty of being a relatively new place for people, because people are going now after COVID.
yeah,
So it's still got that sort of novelty factor.
And it's
So it's
so
full.
busy.
It's packed.
so busy,
So-
and trying to get you can
To
just
get an
when you
ADR,
walk
the only
past-
ADRs you can get now are open in the morning, not in the afternoon
really?
or evening.
So when we were waiting, our ADR was like 5:15, I think, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
At every point in the day as we walked past, there was people stood outside Ogres with their phones,
Or sat on the
waiting
benches on the other side of the
waiting for their
road.
table to be called.
Mhm.
And it's just constant turnover of people, which is why the churn they're doing every 45 minutes, because they can.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that inside isn't incredible. The theming is amazing. They've got. If you're a Star Wars person, you're going to go in and you're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. However, I would say I was disappointed by the drinks options. I think the drinks menu is really small. Well presented, but it was small. And my goodness, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And when we
Yeah.
said at the beginning there are places that were more expensive than baseline, this is one
This
of the
is one of
places
them.
that's more.
Yeah.
So that drink, Morgan, that blue one with the purple on top, is that the one you had?
Yeah,
It changes
that's the
colour
Hyperdip,
as you
right?
drink
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's a blue drink. I don't know what the blue drink is, but they put
Smurf juice.
black cherry syrup in the
Hang
top.
on.
So
Yeah.
as you're drinking it,
It's
it
Powerade.
mixes in.
Yeah.
It is, it's Smurf
Oh.
juice.
It's Powerade.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can make it at home.
You could. You
It's
could.
I
Powerade,
get the stuff I
Mountain
can
Berry
make my own
Blast,
hyperdrive.
white cranberry juice, black cherry puree, and Sprite. So yes, you probably could make it at home.
Yeah, there you are. And it
Fantastic.
changes colour as you drink it. Is that
Yeah.
the one that changes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sort of
So
the
there's
syrup
some
drains into
novelty.
the drink.
I'm trying to think what Millie had, because she had something that she didn't like, but
She
that's-
had
that's
the
normal for Millie.
she had is it the Jabba juice,
She did
which
have the
was
Jabba
quite
juice.
fun.
The carbon freeze
and
is
it was
quite nice.
really strong, wasn't it? It was
It was
like
strong. It had
really
like the-
strong flavour.
It had the boba popping pearls in there as well.
Yeah, that was good. But it had a really strong melon flavour to it, which was
Yeah.
a bit of a surprise. I know it's got cantaloupe juice in there, but you don't
Yeah.
expect that to overpower everything. Dan had
He also had a Jabba juice.
He did have a Jabba juice, and I took one for the team, and had a.
You had a Yub Nub.
Did I have a Yub Nub? Yeah,
You
I did
did,
have a Yub
because
Nub.
I tried it.
Yeah, Yub Nub was great. It was very easy drinking,
Yeah.
but
Trying to think,
was
what
it
$17.
worth?
It's worth $17.
Do you know, it's not that dissimilar to Nomad. The thing is, though, the highly specialist drinks, the ones that are like
the Rancor,
the Rancor, yeah, and when you
where they've got a
Scotch
flight of drinks and they chant Rancor as they bring it over
yeah.
to you.
Oh,
I think you
That
pay
was
half the price for novelty of it.
Yeah.
$85.
Ouch.
Yeah.
$85 for some beer. Who's
Wow.
going to pay that just to have someone go, right, cool, I'll do that for you.
I
Pay
was
me
gonna-
$85. I'll stand and chant at you. Give you a beer.
Maybe it's
Not
the
me.
same person that pays, what was it, $5,000 for that drink on the Disney
Yeah,
Week.
maybe
Yeah.
so. I bet it is the same people.
Excellent.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
a Star Wars themed drink as well. Maybe it's
Oh,
just
You do
Star
get a
Wars.
ticket. I do believe you get a ticket to the Skywalker Ranch included in that
Well,
price.
but not the transport to it.
You have to make your own way there, but
Um,
Morgan's thinking about it.
there was some cool stuff, like the drink that's served in the pog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pork mug.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
City Dweller. The little pork mugs are really cute.
Some of the
And
novelty of
the-
it is really cool. You get
I say
coasters
it
as
wrong.
well.
I was going to say fuzzy town, but Morgan tells me it's
Tauntaun.
Tauntaun.
Tauntaun's mum.
See? Look at me. Me, the Star Wars fan. The foam that's being created behind the bar constantly
Yeah.
is very
Yeah.
cool to sit and watch. And there's lots of stuff to look at, and various things like
I mean,
where
I
the
could go on and on about all
boba balls
the.
are coming from.
I could go
Yeah.
on and on all about all the different Easter eggs in the canteen and stuff, and how the DJ droid is the destroyed droid from Star Wars.
I love DJ Rex.
DJ Rex, he's very cool.
The cast members are also really good. The
Yes,
servers at
Yeah.
the bar, the bartenders.
Yeah.
I would
they're
give
fine.
money for their cast member outfits. I would
they-
pay
They
money for
look
those.
brilliant.
So I mean, all of Galaxy's Edge cast member costumes are amazing. But
Did
the
you
ones
have
at
any
Oga's are
food while
great.
you were there?
No.
We didn't.
We tried the Batu bits when we were there, and I think
Okay.
this picture's a little bit blurry, but
They were quite
So you
young.
can
They were
see
quite
what-
nice. I think they were slightly
Oh my
overpriced.
goodness, what is it? What is
These-
that?
they were called Batu bits.
It was like
So
pork
what-
rinds.
They look like those. You
Like
can get
pork?
like whole wheat crackers from Marks and Spencers that are a bit like. They look like they should be in a breakfast cereal or something. Then. What is
You
it?
need to have milk with these.
Yeah,
you know what?
It doesn't even
was
say what they
ve-
are.
They-
It doesn't. No, it was various bits
crispy Galaxy
of
snack
crispy,
yeah.
kind of not. There was some Papa Dummy kind of
It,
bits.
it
and
was
some
like
crackery
a
bits and
crisp selection box.
yeah.
Oh, so like what were
Sorry.
what's those mixed bags of stuff that Jason made us buy in Walmart, Morgan?
Oh
Um,
god.
Yeah, like
you know, the one-
those.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Only about 5 times more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, like $11.
Probably
for that
better off
little
buying
box.
stuff from
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah, that's
Probably tastes the
take your
same.
own.
But they were really good,
They
actually.
didn't taste terrible, to be fair.
And-
The flavouring on them was nice.
They went well with the
They didn't
drinks.
taste terrible.
They
That's
didn't
such a
taste
great
terrible.
review, Becca.
I know, I'm great with these.
Battery bits, they didn't taste terrible.
Well, because they look like they might be a bit...
We didn't know what they looked like.
Yeah,
we didn't know what
we
they
just
looked like.
looked.
But they don't look like they'll taste very nice. They look a bit cardboardy,
No.
but they weren't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I think
I'm
most
going to buy
of
you some of those ones from Marks and Spencer's because they look just like them.
I think most of the sort of the novelty about Ogre's Cantina though is in the theming
Oh, yeah.
rather
It
than
is.
in the food and the drink and the
Yeah.
sort of lounge aspect of it.
And I think they have tried theming the drinks to...
I love the names of the drinks.
Yeah.
They're amazing. The T16 Skyhopper.
The carbon freeze is quite nice.
Yeah.
Sun chips. That's exactly what it looks like, Heather. That's exactly what
Yes.
it goes with. Sun chips. Those.
With some gunk slapped in between.
Lovely.
I'm fairly certain...
Great.
I'm
Do you know
fairly
what, Heather? I'm going to
certain...
hire you. If I ever open a bar, I'm going to hire you to write the descriptions on the menu for me because that's brilliant.
Maybe we should have our own virtual bar. We could choose the food and drinks around Walt Disney World from all the lounges, all different places.
But then we can
and put them
rename
The
together.
Waffler's Arms
Get
Drinks
Heather
Bar.
to rename
Yeah.
them all.
Waffler's
great.
Arms Drinks Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Waffler's Arms snacks. That's what we need.
Our
Yeah,
own snack
we'll do
cart.
Yeah.
Next on the merch.
But you're right. I think the theming of Ogres, because it's right there in Galaxy's Edge, you're
Yeah.
right in the Black Spire Outpost, you are immersed in Star Wars.
Yep.
So going in there is like the next best thing.
Oh.
And I get it completely. You know, even Millie, who loves Star Wars, she was like, wow. But after 15 minutes standing there, she was a bit like, yeah, I'm done.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
She's 9 though. She can't appreciate it properly.
That's a little harsh.
Well, she's 10 on Saturday. On Sunday, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you know,
Oh,
I think,
double figures.
yeah, I know. 10 going on 17. Don't even go there. So I just think Ogres is great
Yep.
for the experience. Would you go back, Ben and Becca, if you were booking? Would you go back to Ogres?
Yes.
Yes, although
you?
probably not for the same reason. I'd go, but I'd make sure I had a nice late
ADR.
ADR time, so that when I come out, Galaxy's Edge is nice and quiet, and the rest of the park is completely closed.
Yep. Because we had that experience, not with Hollywood Studios, but
No.
a couple of other parks where we closed
And
them
it's
out. Like,
Brilliant,
And-
brilliant experience. So I'd do it
For that reason.
for that reason.
So we went back to
Guaranteed
Galaxy's
reason.
Edge. We went to Hollywood Studios on the second day. Morgan went to Sarvi's and built a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And actually, we went back to Galaxy's Edge later in the trip, in the evening,
Yes.
specifically. So we were there in the dark, and it is incredible
Oh, yeah.
in the dark. And there's lots of photos.
Now imagine it in the dark with no people.
It wasn't
It
that
actually
bad,
wasn't.
to be honest with you, because it was
There
the
was
night the Phantasmic opened.
Ah,
Yeah.
that would be why.
Everyone was in a queue somewhere down Sunset
Tactical.
Boulevard,
Yeah.
which was quite cool.
Tactical.
The
move
queue
there.
for Rise of the
Yeah.
Resistance was only 10 minutes.
It was like 20 minutes we queued.
We got on there in about 25 minutes.
So we walked.
Wow.
Yeah, we did. We waited and waited, and because obviously the first Phantasmic show was at 8 o'clock, and
Yeah.
literally 7:05 we went. Everybody's gone, and
Yeah.
they must have just let them in because people were then queuing for the second show as we were walking out later on, and the queue
what was
dropped for Rise of the Resistance from 90 minutes down.
45, I think.
Down. It was like 90 minutes at 6, dropped down
Yeah.
to 45 minutes by 6:45, and then by 7:10 it was down at 25 minutes.
Wow.
And we walked through the queue all the way
When it was
to
still
the
light as well.
Yeah, all the way to the armory without
Yeah.
stopping. We just walking
That's
around
impressive.
all the way
That's
through.
very impressive.
which was great actually. But when we came out of Rise of the Resistance, it was dark, which was great. And then Morgan got loads of photos with his lightsaber, and
There's something
actually
about
it was
being Galaxy's
quiet.
Edge when it's nighttime. It's just.
It's really cool in the dark. I think it's better in the dark than it is in the
It's
Yeah.
day.
breathtaking. Like, because you get the
Yeah.
sort of you get the Star Wars sort of vibe from the stars
Yeah.
as well.
And the
Like,
noise as well. So
Yeah.
it
And the
almost
sounds
feels
of the
like
ship
whole
going.
Mexico, but yeah, It's almost like the Mexico Pavilion or Pirates of the Caribbean or something. You feel like you're outside inside, but
Yeah.
you're not. You're outside. Because of how dark it is around there as well. So you do get the stars and you get the noises and you get things flying past, and yeah, it's very, very cool in the dark. So I would agree with you, Becca. That would be a good shout. I wouldn't bother with the ogres bit though.
See, if I was
I'd rather
back
have
then,
a
I would go
booth.
to Ogres.
I'd rather have
Yeah.
a booth.
Well, you need to find some friends.
Yeah.
That's the key, isn't it? You've got to have like 6 to 8 of you to be able to get a booth.
Yeah.
I wonder what will happen if you book
I'd
an
go back
ADR
to
for 8 and then just
Only
say
2 of you turn up.
yeah.
Sorry, the rest of the party's
Imagine-
sick.
Yeah.
The music there though is really good, actually.
It is. Yeah.
And I've seen, I don't know how to put the chat on the screen, but I've seen Karen in the chat talking about the Cantina band playing.
Yes.
We did here.
They do have the Cantina band song playing
In the
as part of the loop.
Yep.
We did hear it.
Heard it on the way out.
Once you
But
hear that, you
the
can't
song choices
unhear it.
actually are really cool.
Yeah.
It
was
sort
good.
of keeps your energy up as you're standing there,
So DJ Rex is actually a pretty good DJ then.
He is.
despite
a good
being a bad pilot. Yeah.
Would I pay to go back? I'm not sure I would. I think for me it's a once and done, but I know I'm not, it's still old.
I don't agree with you, but
No, I know you don't. That's okay.
Yeah.
We can disagree. Right.
I think we've
we're
saved
running,
the best for last.
We're running short on
Well,
time.
we've
and
certainly saved
got,
our favourite for
the
last.
epic
That's
place
true.
to talk about.
the wet seat.
So my second home, or where I will be eating
Every
2
day.
weeks tomorrow. 2 weeks tomorrow, I have a hot date with a bar and some corn dip.
Great. Sounds brilliant.
I will be going to Three Bridges when I get there. Well, not when I get there. After I've been to Epcot and I come back to the resort.
And every night
So-
of that trip.
No, I got some plans to eat some other places, but
Okay.
Three Bridges is obviously at Coronado Springs,
Yep.
in the middle of Lago Dorado, and it is. So I took Dan, Mills, and Morgan to Three Bridges for the first time. It's in a really cool location, and we went there. I think we went there about 8 o'clock, wasn't it? Something like that, Morgan.
Yeah, something about that.
It was really dark, but I mean, Grandestino Tower looks incredible in the dark anyway.
Yeah.
And there was no wait at all. There was no delay and walk up. We literally walked up and they seated us straight away. Weirdly, at the same table I'd been at when I went with Jason earlier in the year.
Oh, so it's your table.
It's your table now.
My table, I checked all the seats were dry before anyone sat down.
Yep.
Um,
Not wait 15
but-
minutes and wonder why the seat is wet.
Right. So that is officially now my table. I'd rather have had a better table, but that table will do.
Yeah.
So I was surprised to see that Three Bridges is classified as a lounge, because I thought it would be classified as a restaurant.
Table
or
service restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not. It
'Cause-
does count as a lounge.
Which is odd because I say odd because there's full meals there available and the
Yeah.
food selection is huge for a lounge.
And good.
And
it's not like that
amazing,
they've
yes.
gone from a burger to sliders. It's not like
yeah,
they've.
it's not like
it
they've
is
just
a
reduced
full-
everything down and made everything.
The portions are enormous.
Yeah.
So what did we order? Drinks wise,
Too much.
We ordered too much. That was the theme.
It's so easy to do.
It is.
We
got the corn
definitely
dip.
had the corn dip and the curry hummus.
And we had the peppercorn wings
also-
as well, I think.
Chicken wings. And the portion for the wings was
Oh,
huge.
It was huge. Massive.
It's
there
like,
was 6 of us when we went,
Yeah.
and we shared them.
I mean, we
And
also
they're quite
shared
spicy.
everything else on the
Yeah.
menu for the appetizers, but
yeah. They were quite spicy, weren't they, all? Because Dan didn't really like them. They were a bit too spicy.
I don't think
And
Dan
then-
tried them.
I think he tried one and then decided they were too spicy.
Yeah.
You had for a main course, what did you have? You had the harissa lamb chops, didn't you?
Quite possibly. I can't say I remember quite well.
I remember you having lamb chops. I didn't like gnawing on a bone.
Oh, no, no. Well, could have been any day.
Lily had the chimichurri flank steak.
Ooh.
Yes, she did.
I
Without the
had a
chimichurri.
poke bowl. I had a poke bowl without
As did
any
Dan.
protein on. And Dan had a poke bowl with shrimp, I think. Maybe tuna, I can't remember.
He had tuna.
There was just too much food. I can't eat the whole poke bowl even without the protein on it. It's massive portion. But then we'd had the other stuff beforehand. So, and drinks wise, again, there's a really good selection of cocktails. They'd run out of Tanqueray gin, so there was things they couldn't make. I had ended up having a Santa Maria Collins, which is gin with lime and strawberry and soda, which was
Sounds quite nice.
fine. It was fine. It's quite strong, a strong flavour. But
I know what, I have a feeling I had that.
yeah, it's
I'm just looking at the
perfectly
menu
drinkable,
and
but it is-
thinking,
it's
what did I
strong.
have? Either that or that I had the La Frisa Lemonada.
I think, what did I have last time I was there? I think I had the Spanish margarita last time. I can't remember. To be honest with you, I can't remember. But they couldn't do the gin and tonic because they didn't have, unfortunately.
I remember what you had last time for food. Cause,
Chicken curry.
yeah, I think both times I've had the burger.
And both times I've had the curry.
I still think that's one of the best burgers on property. It's very close to Steakhouse 71. I can't decide which
Okay.
ones, but both of them are better than the
Bison
bison
burger.
burger from Geyser Point.
You see, what I
say-
don't understand is Three Bridges counts as a lounge, but Geyser Point doesn't.
You don't have to book you don't have to get a reservation for it.
For either
it's
of them.
weird.
So
See, I thought Geyser Lounge had two
Geyser-
parts to it, the lounge part and the quick service.
It does, but
'cause
on the
you-
lounge,
Yeah.
if you look at the lounge designation on My Disney Experience,
they don't
Geyser
class it
Point
as
is not a lounge, but Three Bridges is.
Yeah,
How?
That's okay with me. I'm happy to talk
That's
about it
odd.
anytime.
that is true. No,
What
I
did you
have
think,
to
Morgan?
say,
It was the first time
I'm
you
on
knew.
it. Who's going?
Yours.
You go.
Me. Okay. I have to say, this is going to be a really unpopular opinion. I wasn't too thrilled by Three Bridges. Maybe it's because I was shattered at the end of the trip. Maybe it's because I had like so much to eat. I don't know. I didn't leave there going, oh my goodness, this is something I need to do again. This is something that's going to be on my list
okay.
forever. It's not saying I'm back. I liked it. It was good food, good atmosphere. Enjoyed watching the American football on the TV.
Yeah.
But it wasn't somewhere I was particularly going, ooh.
Need to go. Yeah.
I
If
thought
you
that would be
was-
your response.
If you were staying at Coronado Springs,
Yeah, oh yeah, it might be different. It's on site.
it's right there. And I
You
think
can't
it's-
really not go to if you're staying Coronado. You've got to just.
Well,
book the,
you
it's-
could.
you're
You
there.
could go to Dahlia. You could go to Barcelona Lounge. You could go to Rick's. You could, there are other places you could go.
Yeah.
I think that because of where it is, it probably doesn't get very much through traffic. You have to know about it to go.
Yeah.
And also because you can't book a advanced dining
No, you
reservation,
have to
it
do
doesn't.
you have to do
It doesn't come
on
up on a lot
walk-up.
of people's lists.
Yeah.
And also getting a walk up, you have to be within proximity.
Yeah, which is
It's-
annoying if you then go for a walk up, but there's like an hour wait because there isn't any apart from going to look around the.
It's not a problem. It's
Hotel.
called Barcelona Lounge.
That's what we did.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'd been. Millie had been and done Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique that evening, and we were driving from the Contemporary to Coronado Springs, and I had said to Morgan, right, get my Disney Experience open, right, and I'm going to tell you when you're going to press the button to join the walk-up list. And there was Morgan and Dan was out there with their phones. I was like, right, and they were like, and Dan's like, I've tried, and I don't know, you can't do it yet, and I'm driving. I'm going, you can't do it yet. We're nowhere near close enough. Having been through this saga with Jason when I was there in May,
Yeah.
and like all the way from, we parked at the boardwalk, I think, and all the way from there
Yeah.
to Coronado. He's going, join the list. And I'm just like, I can't, it won't let me do it yet. And it's not until you actually
Get into
drive
Coronado.
into Coronado that
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Dan was like trying to do it. I was like, don't do it yet. It's not time. You're too early. You're just like, that's not the rules.
I hate to say it, Mum. You're being influenced by Jason.
please don't ever tell him that. Although he got it right with Guardians of the Galaxy. If you haven't listened to the podcast that came out, if you haven't listened to the podcast that came out yesterday, where I talk about my trip, I do give him credit for that. Look at that segue. Wasn't that seamless,
Well
Ben?
done.
No, it's
You're welcome to the setup.
It's all about me, let's face it. Jason did tell us the
So
trick with Guardian. Did you just say that? Guardians of the Galaxy.
I should get away with it. I'm not there.
Go to the right and then ask for the back row. That's the trick. Just do it. But yeah, so going to Coronado, it was like, don't join the walk-up list until I'd actually parked the car. And then we realised it was something like a 5-10 minute wait, so there wasn't really any point. By the time we'd walk into the lobby, downstairs, around the corner, and then walked over to the place, there wasn't really any need to join a walk-up list. We literally walked to the server and said, can we have a table? Yeah, here's your table. So I love Three Bridges. For the
Claire, you're not the only one. John's just put, based on guest survey by prominent site mentioned 2 weeks ago, Three Bridges is the second highest rated lounge.
Right.
I know what
I want to know what the first.
I'm curious. What's the number one
what's the
highest
first?
rated
Could
lounge?
this be Bar Riva? Because I know John did mention it, whether Bar Riva made the poll or not. I don't know whether it did.
I don't think it did.
I don't even know where Bar Riva is. I'm going to be
Riviera.
honest.
But you know what I'm going to do,
okay.
John? I am going to remove some stuff
not
from
on
the
there.
poll that was in the Waffles Arms, and I will put Bar Riva in there so that people can option for that.
Yeah.
It didn't make the poll last time. I just think that Three Bridges is a bit of a hidden gem, to be honest with you, for food. And actually, there was a few people who were. I feel so when I go in a couple of weeks, I'm going on my own. I won't feel uncomfortable going there, sitting at the bar, having a drink or two, and
Three.
I just said two, Becca. Don't
That's the
mislead
minimum.
me. Yeah,
I'm not misleading you. I just know you.
It's always just add the
I
extra
am not
one.
that sort of girl. I don't know what you're suggesting.
Wow.
So 3 drinks, but only when you're with other people.
3
They
drinks that
lead
we all
me
know about.
astray.
You don't
They
count
lead
if
me
someone
astray.
buys you a drink.
Right, but
Yeah.
exactly. If you don't pay for it yourself, it doesn't count.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's exactly how it works.
As a uni student, I'm not sure I can agree with you.
So I'm quite happy to sit at the bar and order some corn dip or some hummus with a drink, and I won't feel. So I have this thing where I feel a bit uncomfortable if I'm eating in a sit down, like a table service restaurant on my own, because it always looks like A, you've got no friends, or B, you're being stood up. Actually, I'm just here on my own, enjoying peace and quiet. Thank you very much. But that's
I've got a solution for you, Claire.
Go to all the lounges.
No, what you need to do is
Well-
take a cardboard cutout of somebody and put them in the seat.
Or a book.
And then
You've got that
just...
giant cardboard cutout of Christoph that Uncle Ian got
I
you a few
have
years
got
ago.
a
that you can
massive
take with.
cut. I've got like an 8-foot cutout of Christmas.
Life-size cutout of Christoph. from
I'll just
Frozen.
pack that in my case. Yeah, that my brother bought me for Christmas one year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of think that I'm going to do a bit of lounge eating while I'm there. So I'm planning to eat at the Enchanted Rose because they've got a great menu, and we'll talk about that in a few weeks. Oh,
And Claire will be saying hello to Chris.
sorry. I don't know if
How
I
many
like
drinks
that
is
or
Mum
not.
having a night?
There'll be like
We'll
a tally
find
in the
out.
Waffler's Arms. How many
Yeah.
drinks has Claire had?
Chalkboard. just scoring them off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll probably. What is this? I'm getting loads of grief now. Right, 2 or 3. It's
No.
just like add a duck every time. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
More ducks the
You
merrier.
had too many ducks.
And
Need to buy
then-
more.
Yeah, this is it. So I'm hoping to eat Enchanted Rose because they've got a good menu. So yeah, and Steakhouse 71 Lounge and places like that.
Yeah.
So I think probably I'm going to do a bit of lounging. Experiencing. Bit lounging
Lounging.
when I'm there, rather than table service restaurants.
Yeah.
Because I haven't booked any ADRs at all. So
Cool.
I think
Could you
I'll
say
go
that you're
lounge.
going to be lounging around Walt Disney World?
I could.
That's the
Full
price of the video.
circle. That's impressive. Full circle.
What can I say?
He's well trained.
I'm quite good at this.
People keeping tabs on me since the Walmart trip. That was not me. I didn't have the camera. Can I just say, when we went to Walmart, I wasn't allowed to touch the camera. So,
I make no comment on this one.
you were there, you witnessed it. I wasn't allowed to touch. Looking, no touching. That was all.
It's a guided tour of Walmart.
It was a
By the person who's never stepped into Walmart before.
right. What you do? So
Instincts took over.
sneak. Little bit of a secret for people who are still with us. There's a few people still with us, and we've gone long. After we went to Walmart a couple of weeks ago, as we were walking back to the car, we experienced there was
True Americanism.
some true American experience where, as we were walking through the car park, there were some noises across there somewhere. And I looked at Morgan and I went, "That's not, is it?" And I looked at Jason and he went, "Mm-hmm." And then this lady walked past and she went, "That definitely sounds like gunshots to me." And there was like, oh my God, oh my God. And there was actual, right. So all the Americans in the room are probably laughing at us now. It's not a thing that we experience very often in the UK. In fact, I've never, unless
I think that was the first time we've experienced it.
Yeah. So I have shot a rifle before, but not
Sorry?
not in the.
So many things you don't know about your mum.
Morgan, I'll tell you another time. But
Okay.
this was like, we sort of looked at each other and we're like, "Oh, it must just be fireworks." No, that's not fireworks. That's definitely gunshot. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is the nice Walmart.
Yeah.
This is the
It
one."
was the
Says
posh
it that
Walmart.
much, posh
Walmart.
But it still happens.
Yeah.
As
So-
Jason would say, it's a certain type of people.
Wow. Is Jason a control freak? Heather,
No
It's
I
comment.
all-
can't
Underwear.
even believe you've asked that question. Let's face it.
Welcome to the USA.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the experiences for us at Walmart. Not only did we have Christmas decorations and 10-foot high teddy bears, we had them gunshot afterwards.
I also like that a few days later you went to the proper Walmart as well.
Yeah, we went to the dodgy Walmart that later on.
Without Jason.
Yeah,
And no
Yeah.
gunshots.
and no gunshot. So yeah, it was definitely an experience.
But
But
yeah. I'm looking
I think-
forward to the next few weeks bringing up lounges again.
I know. So when are we talking about them again? Was it 7th of December?
7th of
7th
December.
That's the day I land from being away. Oh my
Excellent. You'll
goodness.
have lots of experiences to tell us about.
Yeah,
And
it'll all be fresh.
it'll
I
be-
might not be, but the memories will.
It'll be
Depends how many
just
drinks you've had.
it'll be just like recording that
Three
episode
pictures.
full of jet lag.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
fairly certain the May episode as well. One of the
I
episodes
think
in
I
May.
did record the May episode.
You
like 2
joined
days
us
after I got back
on the
as
same
well.
day.
Or it might have been
On
the
the
June
day after.
episode. Something
Yeah.
like
It's
that.
a tradition at this point.
That's how committed I am. Just saying.
I don't think Peter Jew is still in the chat, but is that
Right,
their
we've gone.
encouragement when they're back to join on the same
Maybe so.
day or the day after during jet lag?
Maybe.
Record a show.
Let's see what happens.
Well, actually, they kind of will be.
Actually, we
because
kind of are because we're
we recording December's show
Yeah, next
in
Monday.
the next.
next Monday,
week
and they
or so.
arrive back on Saturday.
We have a
so
lot
yeah.
of stuff coming up for December.
We
don't-
do.
Ben, have we got a graphic of what's coming up?
Do you know what? I've got a little video. Here we go.
Oh,
Yay.
Waffler's Christmas party.
I know.
Who doesn't love a Christmas party?
And Secret Santa is back again.
I just, to be honest, I just remember back to the Christmas party 2 years. Was it 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Where beverages were consumed.
The beverages were spilled.
Wasn't that when Lloyd's ceiling fell?
Lloyd-
Lloyd's ceiling fell in.
Lloyd's ceiling fell in and then
I
we
knocked my
had to-
drink over, which I wasn't.
How many drinks did you have then, Mum? 1, 2 or 3?
Lloyd created a cocktail for us.
He
Yeah.
did.
He
Should we
did.
dig out
You,
the
did, you
recipe?
didn't try it because
Oh,
you
that's
spilled
because I
it.
spilled it everywhere.
I had to go and buy the. It was really great, actually. Yeah, and then his ceiling fell in, which was.
It's about half an hour before the show.
Yeah, and we're doing Secret Santa again this year after the success of the last 2 years.
Yeah.
They've been fun.
So we shall see what happens then, and we may have some friends dropping in. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we've got lots coming up.
I know.
Busy people.
And there's so much stuff, like we're going to be talking about Disney Plus soon, all the Christmas stuff that's just appeared on there today.
This week.
Yep.
This week is all happening.
arriving.
Santa Claus is out today.
Yeah.
Already
Guardians.
watched it.
Have
Guardians
you?
Holiday.
I haven't watched
Oh.
it yet. I'm just
Yeah, I
like,
won't give you any
how much do I
spoilers.
keep for the plane?
How much do I do for Christmas and how much? You can always rewatch it on the
Yeah.
plane. And
Yeah, this is
there's
it.
2 episodes
Guardians.
of Santa Claus is out today, and then it's one a week, I think, till Christmas.
I love the Santa Claus. It's such a great movie.
It's a brilliant movie.
It's like one
It
of my.
is.
It's like, we should absolutely talk on the Christmas show, on the Christmas party, Ben.
Yeah.
Can we make a list of our favourite Christmas movies?
Oh,
Let's talk
yeah.
about our favourite Christmas movies because Santa
Yep.
Claus
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely is up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
As is Santa Claus the movie.
The Holiday.
Don't get them mixed up. The Holiday.
Muppets
Love
Christmas
Actually.
Carol.
Yeah.
Muppets Christmas. Yeah, so that's
I'm going
going on
to
the list
see
to talk
that.
about at the Christmas party.
Oh, the Muppets.
I'm going to see Muppets Christmas Carol.
I forgot that you're
with a
doing
live
that.
orchestra.
So,
I am.
yeah.
Ooh. Not renewing our Disney Plus. Oh, we'd love to know.
Oh,
That's interesting.
yeah.
I know
I don't
Disney
pay for my
are.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
No, you don't pay for Disney Plus, do you?
You share it.
I don't know.
Neither do
He
I.
doesn't pay for Netflix, Amazon Prime, any of that stuff.
Well, Netflix. I pay for Amazon Prime.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that off the air.
I like John.
I
I had to
don't.
watch Santa
I need
Claus
to have
for
your
work.
job, John.
you don't.
Anyway, we've got lots of content coming up.
Yeah.
And,
And-
hope
Oh,
to-
Disenchanted. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's so much coming out, and I know.
That's soon.
So it will be
Yeah.
It's
And,
watch-
about it all.
and also, best thing to do is if you just head to any of our social media channels and just like and share, and just click notifications so you make sure that whenever time we go live, whenever there's something uploaded on YouTube, because there's going to be something uploaded every day in the lead up to Christmas from December 1st on YouTube.
believe me.
Not just on
I
YouTube, but also
cannot
over on
stress
TikTok.
You are in for a treat, people.
I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you're signed up for notifications
Yeah.
because you do not want to miss this.
I've had a sneak peek. It's
Yeah, we've been working on it today, and I may have spat my tea out all over my desk because I was laughing so much at one moment. Just to say that beautiful image, do not miss whatever's going on in the run up to Christmas from us.
Yeah. And just imagine what 2023 is going to bring.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, if they know, then that's more than we do. So
Yeah, that is true. Well, I think we've gone long tonight, and
We
I
have.
think I want to say thank you to Claire and Morg for joining us tonight. And I think there's just one thing left to say. Waffle
Morg?
on,
Mum.
Waffle on!
waffle
Waffle
on.
on.
waffle on.